certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Oh, shoot me in the fucking head. Holy shit. Welcome, everybody. I'm not ready yet. I don't think I'm going to be ready this morning. Oh, boy. Welcome to the program. It is time for the Steel Toe Morning Show. It's going to be... Look, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for today's show. And I'm... Oh, no Johnny. No Johnny quite yet. Did he sleep it? Did football get the best of him too? I think football might have got the best of Johnny as well. He's not a football guy. Oh, but you know, I got up. I woke up this morning. That's a W, right? That's another win for the toe. Oh man, I am looking particularly vampiric this morning. Good boy. Welcome to the show. You know what greases the skids on this program? Money. I got to get comfortable. Because today should be a very comfortable day. You know, it should be, I should feel very good today. I did not expect Johnny to not be here though. That's fucking me up a little. I'm a little fucked up Johnny not being here. But we have a great show today. Oh, God. That's going to be. And that's going to be all day. That little hiccup burp thing. Triple N says, had a couple drinks yesterday. Maybe a couple. Look, man. I had a couple. Here's what happened. So I had an original plan to go to the Vikings game, and it fell through. The plan fell through. And instead, my neighbor, friend of mine, I should say friend, but he is my neighbor. Geographically, he's my neighbor. Personally, he's my friend. He informed me that at his house, and this is going to sound gay, but it's not. At his house, he was having a mimosa party at 10 a.m. for the football games. A mimosa party, right? And I'm sorry for the low-key atmosphere of today's show, but I'm trying not to give myself a headache. So I partook in some of the mimosa bar. I also had a Bloody Mary before the mimosa bar. And then I had an old-fashioned before the mimosa bar. And then I partook in the mimosa bar. I probably had 4. And then I had a couple of beers. And, yeah, that all mixed in there yesterday. And, it has been years since I vomited from drinking. And I don't know if I vomited from drinking or if I vomited from... Because, like, when it's football Sunday, A lot of the times you get hung over during the 7 o'clock game because you'll drink during your noon game. Then you'll go home for a little while. Excuse me. Again, this is going to be all day. And you go home after the noon games. Then you kind of 3 o'clock games happen. And then by, your buzz is gone by 7:20. And you start to get a little headache. And I started to get a lot of a headache. And when I got that headache, I decided, well, why don't we grab some ibuprofen, take those, and go lay down? So that's what I did. I took my ibuprofen. I went and laid down. This was at halftime, I think, of the 7 o'clock game. It was probably 8-something, 9-something. And I took my ibuprofen. I went and laid down. And then I got some of the, I got some of the pre-puke warnings. Some of the pre-puke warning signs, which are room spinning, which are what I call shaky eyes. You can't really focus on anything. If you try to look at something, you get nauseous. So my eyes start darting around, start getting a little shaky. I start to, the head starts to hurt, the room starts to spin, and I go, I know what this is. And the older you get, the more vomiting feels like a heart attack. Like the older you get, you start vomiting, you're like, I don't want to finish puking because I feel like I'm going to fucking die. I feel like my goddamn heart's going to explode. Long story short, my heart did not explode. And I fell asleep for a while. I woke up. I fell asleep for a while. I woke up. I fell asleep for a while. I woke up. And I woke up this morning and one of my first thoughts was, do you think the audience will understand if we skip doing a show today? But I couldn't do it for a couple reasons. One, we had an incredible week last week. Thank you so much for an unbelievable week. And then I also was like, we still do, we're not back to, we got about another 2 weeks to a month or so of knocking out goals before we can start thinking about personal days again. So I put together a good show. I think we've got one you're going to like. I might break into sweats randomly. That's totally fine. What sounds great today? And this is going to sound weird. The gym. The gym sounds fun. I can already feel just sweat. I just feel me sweating this out at the gym. That sounds nice today. It's one of two things going to happen today. Either I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to come home and I'm going to fucking die. Or I'm going to finish the show. I'm going to go upstairs to my bed and I'm going to fucking die. Death is happening today. Death is certainly happening. But not before we knock out that 300 and call it another win for the toe. Sam with $2 says, where the hell is Johnny? I don't know. I think Johnny overslept. Either that or Johnny is Johnny is not showing up today in protest. No, I don't know. I know that Johnny texted me this weekend. He's been getting offers to go on Misery Loves Company on Big Kev's show. I think they said, $250 to go on Big Kev's show? And I told him, look, man, I love Kevin Brennan. I think Kevin Brennan's great. If they want to talk about me and stuff going on about me, I can't have it. I can't, because I can't risk it looking like I'm saying, there's just certain shit I cannot talk about. And I just, I don't think anyone associated with Steel Toe should be talking about it. Number one, Johnny doesn't know anything. So asking him about it would be pointless. But also, yeah, I don't, so anything he would have to say would be speculation, which is really all anyone has at this point. But I told him, I go, hey, man, as long as you don't talk about the shit I got going on, fucking go for it. You don't need my permission to go on that show. And then he and I are both like, yeah, they want to talk about your shit. And he's like, then I'm not going to do it if they're just going to bring me on to talk about your shit. I don't know. I don't care if he goes on MLC. I mean, if when it comes to my stuff, he's like, look, I don't know just tell the truth. I don't know anything about it. I can't talk about it. I can't speak to it. That'd be fine. But it's also kind of shitty. Like I've talked to Johnny about this before. It's kind of shitty. It's like that Dan guy. To ask a guy on your show to talk to him about somebody else. Like that's kind of a user move. You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, because when you ask someone to come on your show, you're kind of saying like, I like you, right? Like, hey, I like you. I want you to come on the show. So you do that and someone gets it in their head, oh, these guys like me, this is great. And then they get you on there and they're like, let's talk about Aaron the whole time. And it's just like, well, that kind of makes someone feel shitty, use them like that. I don't know. Let's get to the chat because I thought Johnny was going to be here. Still not here. I thought Johnny was going to be here. I have a problem because I was counting on Johnny in case I needed to make a little trip across the hall there because I took some more ibuprofen this morning, but I've still got the headache and I would not consider my stomach settled at this point. So I was kind of hoping Johnny would be here if I needed to, scoot for a second. Let's go to the chat and talk to you guys. Then we've got a bunch of stories today. 300 is the number if you want to chip in. I mean, it's purely out of pity today, I would say. Right? I mean, the shape I'm in, it's purely pity money at this point. I'm sorry, 295. Red Fox Mad with 499. Says the Vikings game was awesome yesterday. The Vikings are on fire. Go Vikings. I mean, look, Skol indeed, man. That was an awesome game, and we will talk about it. I just, that day got away from me, man. It got way away from me. And I still feel like my hat size has grown about 4 sizes. I'm still not settled in, shall we say. Cocktiff says, where's your Sam Darnold jersey? It can go next to your Josh Dobbs jersey in the closet soon. I bought since I wasn't going to the Vikings game, so saving a bunch of money not going to the Vikings game, I bought myself a TJ Hawkinson jersey instead. So now I got my new jersey for the year. And it's TJ. And the thing is, excuse me, I told you this is going to be happening today. And with the TJ Hawkinson jersey, that makes my last 4 or 5 jerseys Harrison Smith, Adam Thielen. I've got some mileage out of that Smith jersey, boy. Kirk Cousins, and TJ Hawkinson. So all 4 of my last 4 jerseys over the last 7 years or so have been white boys. And I think I think psychologically that's probably a statement. Subconsciously it says something. Triple N says, Bloody Marys, mimosas, you've been drinking real gay lately. I really have. I mean, it's been gay now, and it's been getting gayer is the problem. Fuck you, dude, says Mimosa Bar sounds pretty gay, like P. Diddy gay. McBuster says, so you ended up watching at your neighbor's with a champagne bottle up your ass watching cricket. No, it wasn't that gay. Picking pubes out of his teeth. QAnonymous says, one of these days you will grow up and quit drinking to get drunk. Fucking retarded. I didn't drink to get drunk. It was just one of those things where you're outside playing yard games, watching football, and you run out of one, you grab another one. It wasn't supposed to get away from me like that. Citizen M says, I have no idea what he's nerding out about when discussing football. Aaron might as well be talking Dungeons and Dragons. Buddy, nobody here is surprised that you don't understand sports. That is the least surprising part of anything that's happened today. If a chicken walked across the table and I lopped its head off with a butcher knife, it would be less shocking than, or it would be less shocking than you knowing anything about football. Fauci's Pangolin says puking cum is for fags. Thanks. McBuster says Johnny and Corey and Kiki have a new show, Dried Up Walrus Egg Morning Show. That just seems like you went out of your way to be mean. Yeah, Kiwi Farms burned Citizen M's sock accounts. It's embarrassing. I mean, look, if you behave like a cunt in enough places, like not everybody, I think what Citizen M is learning is not everybody has the tolerance for his horse shit that I do. You know, not everybody is as good-natured and jovial and nice as I am. Some places see you pulling bullshit and they just hate your fucking guts and they block you. Me, I try to turn chicken shit into chicken salad. And that's why Citizen M is here. Sam Show says, no, Matt doesn't know anything. Johnny knows some things. We're going to do a new thing. Somebody brought this up to me, and I thought this is a good idea. Because we knocked out so many goals last week early. If we knock out the Tuesday night goal early, Tuesday nights, Tuesday nights, we will watch a movie that Matt's never seen. We'll do a movie watch along with Matt. Triple N says Johnny was tired of the violent feline imagery. How is everybody feline this evening? Sam Show says just monetize the puking. Every $20 you toss your shit. I can't make myself vomit. I don't know how people do that. I'm not sure. Cocktiff says put a trash can between your legs for on-air puking. I have a trash can next to me. I mean, I always do, but I have one especially today. McBuster says replace Johnny with a DEI hire. Do we have any black women who want to co-host this show? That would be fascinating, right? Coltrane with $1 says I'd be more shocked by that if an alien climbed out of my asshole and stapled my nuts to the floor. That would be about as shocking as Citizen M knowing shit about football. He's got a good point. Klopogram says this looks like you're hitting your midlife crisis. Really? Is that what it looks like? It doesn't feel that way. It feels like I'm settling into old age. It feels like I'm getting ready to be old. I overshot my landing field yesterday. I had an idea of how it was going to go, and it straight up did not go that way. I had it. Oh, no Johnny yet. I was just checking. Let's send him a text. Let's see what Johnny's up to. Hello? Oh, oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, never mind. Okay, guys, I figured it out. Never mind. Okay. I forgot about this. I got a text at 2:04 yesterday from Johnny. I have had a fever on and off all weekend. I don't think I can be online tomorrow. Can't move much. And I responded, okay. So apparently, Johnny had informed me yesterday that he wasn't going to be able to do the show. And I responded in the affirmative. Wow. Did yesterday get away from me? Dude, the Vikings beat the Texans 34-7. We're 3-0. It's getting ridiculous out here in Minnesota. I had to celebrate. And then at 4:52 p.m. yesterday, oh, God. So I sent Johnny a text at 4:52 p.m. yesterday that just said, hey, baby. Oh, no. So it was bad before I thought it was. And he sent me back, ? Guessing that wasn't meant for me, LOL. And I just wrote, ha ha. What a goddamn disaster. What a fucking disaster. Fuck you, dude says it's not getting ridiculous. Don't listen to him. No, it is. It's getting ridiculous. Triple N says, did you try and rizz up crutches? That was a little iffy. These are very funny comments. How can I read them? Here we go. No, the 25-year-old blonde and the swinging was the midlife crisis, says Hulkamasha Baby. See, like, I think that I agree with Hulkamasha Baby. I feel like that era was the was the midlife crisis. I think that would be more accurate. Hobo Chili Recipe says, must have been a huge landing field for your mass. Yeah, it was large. It was big, Hobo. People saying April was Aaron's midlife crisis. People saying that text was for Johnny. Clopogram saying Johnny's Aaron's slam piece. Aaron sent Johnny a pic of Sam Darnold with the caption, your boy didn't do too bad today. Anonalas says, this is Aaron's midlife crisis era. Next, we'll see him buy shitty artwork and a Mustang in the middle of a snowstorm. Oh, man. Citizen M says, Johnny's a good man. Aaron and Johnny are my boys. Well, thank Christ. I can continue on with my life. You know, Citizen M, if I didn't think you were my friend, I just don't think I could bear it. Oh, man. Let's move over because Johnny's not going to be here today. This is going to hurt. Move ourselves over more towards the center. Oh, there we go. All right. Should we put our leg up like this? Sam Cho says, you even made the sound. Weird. Clopogram says, the next movie watch should be Get Hard. Another training video for you in case you don't get a deal. Which one's Get Hard? Isn't that... Oh, I'm thinking of the other guys. I don't remember which one is Get Hard. Sam Show says, here's the gay F word knee. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Someone said, Anonalas says, your balls are showing. That the leg thing wasn't as comfortable as I thought it was. For real, guys, I am not going to make it today. I think we might call her a day. I'm sick. Johnny's not going to be here. I don't know if I mean, I know I've got this. We can do a show. But I'm really not happy with the quality of show you're going to get. It's not going to be good. This is how I'm talking. Like this is my speaking voice today. I don't have a lot going, and I don't have a co-host. I've kind of put myself in a shitty position today. Clopogram says, oh shit, the way you moved then, you have definitely been bummed. Oh, you're saying like fucked in the ass, bummed? You pussy ass bitch. But my expectations can't get any lower. What about the goal? Go, go, go. We should knock out the goal. Let's knock out the goal. That'll help me feel better. You know? Let's knock out the goal today. That's a good idea. Let's get the goal hammered out, and then I'll feel like going. I'll feel like running. Let's take it, man. Look, I don't want to bore people with football talk, but I'm trying to think of what's getting me excited today. And what's getting me excited today is talking about football. We've also got Tim Walz. I love this Tim Walz clip we have today. I get nauseous when my voice picks up. That's not good. I feel like I'm going to puke. When I raise my voice, I feel like I'm going to puke. Oh, I just want to lay down, let my head shrink a little bit. We do have this clip of Tim Walz asking about, or saying that we can't do 4 more years of this. I think that's fucking hilarious. The idea that Tim Walz doesn't realize who's in charge right now. Text coming in next week, sober football watching. Sober October starts next week. Wouldn't be the shittiest idea I've ever had, right? Wouldn't be the absolute worst. Coltrane with $1 says, free show, take the day off with no pay, or do a shitty show with no pay. That's just it, right? Like, it's going to be a bad show today. Like, do I do a bad show and get no money? Or do I go upstairs and rest and get no money? I think I'd rather do that second one if we're not going to make any money today. And I'm not, the reason I'm saying we won't make any money today is because I'm saying, like, I don't deserve it because I'm not performing very well because I feel like shit. So, like, I'm not saying, oh, do the show, make no money. You know, like whining. I'm saying, like, I won't deserve money today for the performance I'm going to turn in. Take a Midol, eat some chocolate, put in a rom-com, grab some tissue, and curl up in a ball like a total bitch. Get some sleep, says McBuster. Coltrane says, suck it up. You may do fine. Maybe. Gray Duckling becoming a member for 28 months says, dance, monkey. All right, how's this? I'll keep going today as long as we what do you call it? As long as we knock out our benchmarks, I'll keep going. We'll make it a pay to play thing. I forgot to shave this. It looks like I'm trying to grow a soul patch. What a queer. Oh, that's awful. That's terrible. John Domingo says, you have to do a show today. If you don't, what will Melton do? I mean, probably talk about children, to be honest. If I do a show, if I don't do a show. You know, I'll defend him a little bit here. Who's worse, the guy who's clearly obsessed with talking about children in a creepy way, or the people who support him and think it's okay? Because, like, one of them can't help themselves. Interesting question. New guy says, what a rally of 5s and 10s. Nice, bro. Yeah, let's do a rally of 5s and 10s. That sounds like a good idea. Gray Duckling with $20 over on YouTube says, dance. That puts us $280 away from today. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Yeah, we get down to 200 by 8 o'clock. We'll go till 9. We get down to 100 by 9 o'clock. We'll go till 10. We get down to 0. We'll go till 10:30. That sounds good. Clopogram, get some food delivered. Lots of grease and bacon. That's not a bad idea today. I think, but I think I will leave the house to get food. I don't think I'm going to have it delivered. That's that's kind of a defeat. Like, not going to the gym today is going to be bad enough. But not going and getting my food, but rather like having it delivered, that sounds like a total capitulation. That sounds like you're giving in. Here's how I knew that it was time to go home yesterday. Here's how I knew that I was a little too drunk and that it got away from me. Somehow the topic of Hitler came up. And I heard myself use the word "but" way too much in a conversation about Hitler. So I was like, you know what? I got to go home. This is about it. I don't know why it came up, but Hitler was being talked about, and I go, yeah, but. And like anytime people are talking about Hitler and you go, yeah, but. It's time to go home. It's time to go home. Triple N says some Coke would help. No. Hobo Chili Recipe says Hitler was a gay F word. Yeah, but... Oh, see, I'm still drunk, clearly. I'm still yeah-butting Adolf Hitler. Thank you. Fuck you, dude says, it didn't come up. You brought it up. You know what's funny about that? I can't promise that I didn't. I can't promise that I wasn't the one who brought up Hitler. I think somebody said something about Jews. And that's how Hitler came up. Somebody started talking about Jews. And I don't know why they started talking about Jews. But Jews came up. And then, you know, anytime Jews come up, Hitler isn't far behind. Sam Show says, I'm so proud of you, Aaron. Thank you. Thank you, Sam Show. I live to make you happy. McBuster says, get drunk now, take a nap after this show. Yeah, XJX says, and you were like, they got what they had coming. No, I did not. That's not what I said. I did not say that at all. Somebody did say yesterday, I made a very funny joke yesterday. Is self-deprecating. Someone asked if we could go. They're like, you know where we should go? We should go to, I think somebody said, yo, we should go to Vegas. And I was like, oh, man, that would be great. That would be awesome. Like, we should go to Las Vegas for some event. And it was like coming up in November. And I said, I don't know if I can go to Las Vegas in November. I don't know if I'll be allowed to leave the state. I had to say that for the first time in my life. I've never had to say that before. That, no, I don't think I'm allowed to leave the state. Oh, shit. I mean, the funny part, it's true. I have to get permission. Permission. Aaron's Jew talk will be discussed at the next HOA meeting. I don't have an HOA. Scott Jonesy said Hitler was on coke, meth, and oxy. The Nazis basically invented the last two. God bless. Sam Show says, feels good, doesn't it? Well, the truth will set you free. Am I right? 280 away from today. Thank you guys for your generosity. All right, let's christen PayPal. Let's christen Venmo. And let's see if we can drag a fucking half-assed decent show out of me today. Uh-oh. Are we allowed? Did we figure it out last week? Are we allowed to play football highlights on YouTube, or do they get cunty about that and shut down your stream? I can't remember. Citizen M says Beetlejuice's final line in the new Beetlejuice movie is should have gotten married in Vegas, and I'm making that a sound drop to send in to Aaron. Oh. Thank you, M. That would be a good one. Not as good as this.
I'm white, I'm white.
I'm white. Oh, God, that was another one I was busting out yesterday. God, I was fucking obnoxious. And then what's our other one? Here.
The Almighty says, don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Triple N says, the NFL, you know the answer. You're right. John Jamingo says, is it hard to vomit with an ankle tracking bracelet? I don't have an anklet on. Thank you. No, it's hard to puke at 37 years old. It's hard to. I haven't vomited in a long time. It's hard. It feels like you're having a heart attack. When you puke at this age. Sapphire says this is Aaron's job and he's trying to convince his boss to pay him anyway. I really am. Grand Poobah with $5 says, fan, Aaron's not a Nazi sympathizer. He's just a history nerd. Aaron, yeah, but... Oh, shit. Thank you. That brings us to 275. Thank you, Grand Poobah. Appreciate the contribution. Yeah, the Vikings won 34-7 yesterday over the Houston Texans. God, that was such an easy game to watch. I wish we could play highlights of that. I wish they let you. But we fucking spanked the Houston Texans. They came into the game 2-0. They were 2-point favorites, and just right off the bat, we were just fucking bringing it. We had an interception on the opening drive, turned that into 7 points, scored a touchdown. Then we went up 14-0, got the ball back. We go up 14-0. That's the score at halftime. We go up 21-0, and then finally Houston scores a touchdown in the third, and then we grabbed another 13 in the fourth quarter to get the win. Dude, we made C.J. Stroud look human. 215 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. It was another great day for our defense, man. Slinging Sammy Darnold, 17 of 28, 181 yards and 4 touchdowns. Again, could have had more passing yards, but we were up by 27. No real need to throw after the third quarter. Aaron Jones had 102 yards on 19 carries. I think that's his second 100-yard rushing game of the year. Jefferson with 81 yards and a touchdown. Aaron Jones has had another 46 yards receiving and a touchdown. Jalen Naylor caught another touchdown pass for 3 on the season. And Johnny Munt, love Johnny Munt, got himself a little touchdown as well. How'd your guys' teams do? I know Kirk came up short against the Chiefs. That sucks. I love Kirk. Kirk couldn't quite get it done. The Giants beat the Browns. And, I mean, it kind of sucks for the Browns because you sort of have to play Deshaun Watson. Like, you're paying him so much money, you can't sit him on the bench. 21 of 37, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. So it wasn't necessarily his fault yesterday, but it wasn't good. Eagles beat the Saints, so the Saints got brought back down to earth a little bit. Eagles needed a win. Saints lost 15-12 after putting up 40-some points each of the first 2 games this year. The Broncos surprised the Bucs. The Bucs were 2-0. Broncos beat them 26-7. Fucking Malik Willis and the Packers beat the Titans 30-14. That was annoying. The Colts made sure the Bears went to 0-3 with Caleb Williams, 21-16. The Steelers beat the unbeaten Chargers 20-10. The Seahawks kicked the shit out of the tool-less Dolphins 24-3. And the Panthers. The Panthers finally got themselves a win behind Andy Dalton. And old man Dalton. 26 of 37, 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. I'm starting to think that this year is the year of the Ginge. I'm thinking if you got a ginger quarterback, get his ass in there. You might want to trade for Cooper Rush pretty soon and start him. You got Darnold, you got Dalton, you got Rush. All ginger quarterbacks this year, baby. All ginger quarterbacks. How'd our boy Thielen do? 3 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown? Maybe that'll make him happy. But the Raiders got fucking spanked by the Panthers. Gardner Minshew, 18 of 28, 214 yards, a touchdown, and a pick each. I like Gardner Minshew. He's an easy guy to root for. And we've also got, the Rams beat the 49ers, so the 49ers dropped to 1-2. The Lions needed a win, got it against the Cardinals on the road, 20-13. The Ravens beat the Cowboys 28-25. And again, the Chiefs beat old Kirk and the Falcons 22-17. The Jags play the Bills tonight, and the Commanders play the Bengals. How'd Kirk do? 20 of 29, a touchdown, and a pick. Well, that's mighty pedestrian of our boy Kirk Cousins. Oh, well. Oh, that's football for the week, man. The Vikings now have the Packers at Lambeau. That's going to be a tough one. I think a lot of people thought that the Texans game was going to be the big test for us. And it turned out to really not be. I mean, it really wasn't a test at all. We kicked the shit out of the Houston Texans. So now, as you can see by the board, we're still on pace for 17-0. The Vikings can still do it. We can still go undefeated this year. John Domingo says, get Carson Wentz from the Chiefs. Yeah, dude, just get nothing but gingers. If ginger quarterbacks were ever going to work, it's going to be this year. McBuster says, the ass Commanders play the Bengals and walk like an Egyptian. See, it's a Bengals reference. You see. Carlos says, in other sports news, the White Sox beat the all-time losses record. Drink to that. Yeah, right. Well, I'm not drinking to anything today. But that was pretty cool to see the White Sox break the all-time loss, the modern era losses record, which is what, 141 losses is the number? I'm not so sure the Twins are going to make the playoffs this year. They're falling apart down the stretch. We are a flaming fucking wreck. Yeah, Detroit's ahead of us. We're not in. If the season ended today, we would not be in the playoffs. We got 1, 2, 3 teams ahead of us. And then you got the Mariners breathing down our neck. If we don't make the playoffs this year after the start we got off to, Rocco Baldelli's got to go. You got to shit can Baldelli if we don't make the playoffs this year. No, Chicago's 36-120. Oh, no, it's 120. 120 is the all-time loss record, so they have to lose one more. They have to lose one more game, and then they break the all-time losses record. Good for the White Sox. You know, you got to be good at something. And for them, they're good at not being good. 17-0, you're still drunk, says John Domingo. Yeah, what of it? Probably a little. If I wasn't still a little drunk, I would be face first in the bed right now. People are asking if there's any other 3-0 teams. The Chiefs are 3-0. The Bills are still 2-0. The Steelers are 3-0. So there's 3 of them. The Seahawks are surprisingly 3-0. So there's 5 undefeated teams so far. Could be 4 if the Bills lose tonight. But right now there's 5 undefeated teams in the league. Scott Jonesy says, I made a promise to a dying man about the Mariners. I actually pay to watch that shit from the UK. Ooh, gross. You pay to watch Mariners baseball? That's an odd look. Oh, guys, I'm just not doing so hot. I think we might have to take a day. I wish I were kidding. I really do. But I can't talk about shit for more than 5 minutes without getting fucking nauseous. Jesus Christ. And I know I can feel myself not doing a good job. Like I can feel me doing a bad show. And I got no Johnny, which I didn't like I said, I was gonna kind of use Johnny. Your eyes are going all goofy, says Sam Show. I know, I can't. Clopogram says, just get a buck. I need food is what I need. I need to eat. Mussolini pulled your wiener. Fuck does that even mean? New guy says, vomiting will help. You know what? Let's do this Tim Walz thing. And maybe I'll be okay. The only problem is, like, I got good topics for today. Like fun stuff we could do. But I know that I'm not going to like rise to the level of the material. Oh, you know what both makes me want to puke and sounds delicious right now? Hardee's. Like a Frisco burger, dude. That sounds fantastic right now. Let's put together, we can keep this show going. I can do this. I can keep going today. Chris in the PayPal, Chris in the Venmo. We've already done some super chats and some Rumble rants. Oh, excuse me. But one thing we need to do is we need to put together a menu for today. Arby's doesn't sound too horse shit either. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says the last thing you need is more food. I mean, I did vomit yesterday, so I lost a little weight. There is that. I see what white girls are talking about now. I dropped something off for you, but I'm heading in the opposite direction today. Well, how does that help? Frisco breakfast sandwich slaps. I don't know anything about Hardee's breakfast. I only know about Hardee's normal menu. Go to the local gas station, get food in your belly, and do a show, says Sapphire. Order a pizza and a gallon of water, then watch Ethan Van Sciver arguing with Eric July. Oh, that does not sound fun. Now I'm going to puke. All you need is slime jelly eels running down your throat. Hobo says, check your pockets. I know you have 3 different types of candy in there. Oh, man. Obesity jokes. Tridio with $2 says, take the day, then come back begging until 11 p.m. No, we'd eat this one. I'd pay for today's show. But we're going to do, you know what? I can keep it going for a little bit here. I am dying for my bed. We could move the show. You know what we could do? We could move the show back like an hour or 2. That's not a terrible idea, is it? Would that be a good compromise? Maybe we do a show at like 8 and I get a little sleepy in? Nah, just do a fucking show, you bitch. Jesus Christ. Is someone a little hungover from the 3-0 start, says King Kong Dong? Yeah. Dude, I'm so hungover from the 3-0 start. It's terrible. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says, eat healthy for once in your life. Probably should. Probably should. Bigot on Socialist Media says, order a feed to be delivered. Fauci's Pangolin says, why don't you eat the fat from your sides and drink from the fucking big milky tits you out? Thank you, Fauci's Pangolin. I appreciate that. Somebody says the YouTube chat is no. What happened in the YouTube chat? Uh-oh. Did we lose something? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Citizen M says, you're coming off at like 95% power. My aching ass. My aching ass. Oh, I have an idea. I forgot that I had something in the fridge that I could do right now. Guys, I'm going to fire up the intro. I'm going to come back with some food. We're going to be able to fucking do it today. All right? We're doing it. Check it out. Right, I'll be right back. This is gonna save the fucking day right here. I got some Domino's Philly cheesesteak pizza. Oh. Jesus Christ. I needed that badly. Oh my God. Scott Jonesy, that spoiler you posted is very funny. Oh, I'm going to die. Matt, you know what? You're right. I should have not. Here, we're not going to eat on the air. You're right. There we go. No eating on the air. It's gross. It's disgusting. We're going to, look, man. I'm going to knock these out. I'm going to hammer down this pizza. We're going to be right as rain. We're going to have a great show today. Fuck, this is saving my life. Coltrane says, Domino's isn't far from you. Order more for lunch. Now I want some. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says, Domino's Pizza, you're pure trash. Sorry. You guys don't like Domino's crust, the seasoned crust? So good. Oh, you can eat Negro. Just eat the box also. No. Hobo says moan a little more. Is that doing it for you? I mean, I can. We can do it like What About Bob? At any rate, this is the only way that we're going to be able to get a show on the air today. All right. One piece down. We'll get the second piece down throughout the show. Anonymous Aaron is now doing mukbangs, right? Literally any other pizza is better than Domino's. I don't know. I don't mind Domino's. But it is one of the few that delivers here. So. Fuck. Saving my life right now. Saving my goddamn life. It's a terrible show this morning. Terrible show. Fauci's chips and dip. I can physically see you getting fatter. Look, man, we're going to finish this off. Once this is in my belly and it's processing and everything, we're going to have the gas in the tank. We need to do a good hungover football show today. I got Timmy Walz. Dude, there's something about like some guy and a black porn site. Mark Robinson. Black Nazi porn site. I need to hear more about black Nazi porn. I didn't know that was even a thing. I know there's a lot of subgenres. But black Nazi porn? I didn't know that was a thing. Get Casey's like a man. Your Domino's love is probably... No, that's not what it is. Sam Show says, oh, yeah, they're trying to make some big deal out of that. Dude, not only are they trying to make a giant deal out of that, it's fucking every story on Mediaite today. Every story on Mediaite is, oh, Mark Robinson, black Nazi porn. And there's a thing with Trump on it. Will Trump disassociate from black Nazi porn? You know, I remember a time when we all just kind of gave each other the benefit of the doubt that unless you explicitly said, oh boy, I love black Nazi porn, that we just assumed you didn't like black Nazi porn. But now it's like, if something ever comes out about black Nazi porn, now you have to be like the most anti-black Nazi porn guy there is, or the media will be like, why is he being so silent on this issue? It's like, when was I supposed to talk about it? Like, when's the appropriate time to bring something like that up? Like, is he supposed to be in the middle of a rally and he's like, okay, folks, I don't want to see any black dicks with swastikas on them. Like that, it seems to be a distraction a little bit. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says the Vikings game was awesome. The best part of it was enjoying it without booze and garbage processed foods. You've got a point. You've got a point. Hail Steel Toe, or Hey Steel Toe, it should be Hail Steel Toe. Trump called him MLK Jr. twice. Really? Uh-oh. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be calling someone MLK Jr. and then somebody does a deep dive of their hard drive and it's all just black Nazi porn. Which, I don't even know what black Nazi porn is. Is it something I should be Googling? I'm sure if you Google black Nazi porn right now, all that's going to come up is this Mark Robinson stuff. Which, again, that's got to be frustrating to the people. Excuse me. Uh-oh, this is backfiring. It's got to be frustrating to the people who have worked their ass off in the black Nazi porn industry to now you're finally Googleable. People are finally Googling you, and now none of your work comes up. It's all this fucking guy when you just want your black Nazi porn work. Yeah, look at this. Axios, Rolling Stone, The Independent, New York Magazine, Advocate. It's all Mark Robinson, Mark Robinson, Mark Robinson. You know who I really feel bad for is people this morning who are trying to find their black Nazi porn. And now look, you're just Google buried. There's nothing you can do. It's just all, there's no way to get your black Nazi porn anymore because this Mark Robinson guy had to go and make the news. Dark Match Tampa Terry with 199 says, football. What happened to your show prep, brother? I did get up early this morning and I prepped the freshest batch of show cookies I possibly could for you. By the way, thank you, Dark Match Tampa Terry. That brings us to 270 for today. Thank you, guys. $1 from Buffalo Jockey. He says, have you looked all getting help for your addictions? Waking up not hungover is a drug. Waking up not hungover is a drug. I wake up almost every day not hungover. Football season is starting to get a little tough for your old boy. Sam Show says he wasn't watching porn. He was watching black Nazi porn. Is that different? Again, I don't know anything about black Nazi porn. And I don't know if I should feel bad about that or very, very good. But I don't know what black Nazi porn is. Doorman with $10 says bread and queso saved the show, but Aaron going to be at 2:30 for show. Hey, doing just fine. Doing okay. Thank you for the $10, Doorman. That christens us over on the PayPal end of things. We're 260 away from today. Thank you, guys. Let's get to 200 by 8 o'clock, and we'll be feeling good. We're doing a great show. Aaron does have a drinking problem, says Citizen M. Oh, shit, do I? Uh-oh. I better cool it. I don't drink during the week. But I have been hitting it every weekend, haven't I? For football. So that's probably not good. Could I cut back a little bit? Yeah. Let's cut back. You know, we abstain here during the week. That's a good first step. No drinking during the week. But I'd say every football season, I probably drink a little bit too much when the kids aren't around. Kids are around, it's easy not to drink. That's an easy one. But when they're not around, when the mice are away, no, when the cat's away, the mice will play. I'm the mouse in this situation. And we went to a campground on Saturday. And when we were going to leave the campground where my parents were, my aunt and uncle and some other people, my kids got the choice. I was like, okay, guys, we're going to head back. Do you want to come back or you want to stay with Grandma and Grandpa tonight and sleep in the camper? And of course they want to fucking sleep in the camper. That's the vacation to children is Grandma and Grandpa letting them do whatever they want and sleeping in the camper. So they did that on Saturday, which freed me up for the Vikings game, which was not necessarily the best thing. Top stat, let's find out about this guy. So this Mark Robinson is the lieutenant governor of North Carolina. And North Carolina is a state that the Democrats kind of need to win this go round. And, Trump needs to win it too. Oh, Johnny's, there we go. Johnny's thing was up there. Both sides need to win North Carolina. And I guess the way they're going to scandalize this thing and the way the Democrats are going to win North Carolina is with this Mark Robinson guy. Apparently, the lieutenant governor of North Carolina is into some weird, freaky shit, and that's somehow supposed to cause Trump to lose. I don't get it. But his top staff have resigned as of yesterday. Last week, CNN broke the news that the Republican candidate had posted multiple times over a decade ago on a pornographic website called Nude Africa. See, that doesn't even sound like a pornographic website. That sounds like it could be in like National Geographic, where he referred to himself as a black Nazi and voiced support for bringing back slavery. He also, so he's going to be What do they call it? One-Eyed Charlie? He also related graphic sexual stories on the forum about spying on women in locker rooms. Dude! Robinson and his campaign have denied the report, claiming that the account cited by CNN does not belong to Robinson. The Democratic gubernatorial nominee, Attorney General Josh Stein, Sam Show, calm down, has since expanded his lead over Robinson. Gee, you think that he might do okay? Chris Christie blames Trump for GOP losing North Carolina after Mark Robinson scandal, saying, "Gonna continue to get our rear ends handed to us." It's a fuck. What does Trump have to do with this guy being on? Was Trump writing on the Nazi black porn site 10 years ago too? And this is kind of a weird thing, just again, dragging up shit from 10 years ago that really has nothing to do with the campaign, nothing to do with the race, nothing to do with politics, and just using it to embarrass a guy so you can try to win the state. I don't really understand how this is supposed to stick to Trump, though. Let's check out, let's see what Chris Christie has to tell me about this whole deal. Oh, video games. Fun. Here we go.
This was predictable. Mark Robinson's tenure in public life has shown erratic, sometimes highly offensive statements over and over again. And Donald Trump supported him and endorsed him. In fact, called him better than Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids.
That's right.
All right. So this was predictable.
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's analyze that comment. Wasn't Martin Luther King Jr. a giant pervert? Didn't MLK fuck a lot? I thought he did. I thought he had multiple affairs on his wife. So, the porn thing is, it's in line, right? Like it's in the vein of a Martin Luther King. No? We're not going to use that one? Okay. I'm just trying to make the comparison stick. That's all.
And this is the problem for us Republicans. As long as Donald Trump is your recruiting agent for candidates in swing states, we're going to continue to get our rear ends handed to us.
Boy, is this guy bitchy that he didn't get a cabinet position promised to him. Jesus. Chris Christie just still seething over the fact that Trump didn't like him very much. I get it. Do you remember how down Chris Christie was for Donald Trump? Like, he's like hugging him and squeezing him. It's like he's Obama after a hurricane. And then he got nothing from Trump. He got no cabinet positions, no diplomatic positions, nothing for old Chris Christie. So he's a little embittered.
And Mark Robinson is not going to win this race, can't win this race.
He's about 10, 12 points behind
right.
now.
And he's running against, by the way, a very formidable candidate in the Attorney General, Josh Stein.
Right.
So the fact is this was going to be a tough race no matter what. And the problem for them now, George, is how much will it affect the top of the ticket?
And I want to...
Yeah, how much can we make this thing stick to Donald Trump? How can we take black Nazi porn and turn it into Trump being an asshole? That's odd. That is really strange to me. Not strange that the media is trying to do it, but it would be really fucked up if people actually ran with that. Like regular people just went, "Oh yeah, Trump. Did you hear he? He's rolling with this dude that that's watching black Nazi porn. He's like rolling with the guy." No. Mark Robinson with $4.99 says, "Woke up late. What kind of porn am I in?" Oh, no, you're not in it, Mark Robinson. You were apparently posting on a black porn site about being a Nazi. So, this Gigger Nets It with $1.99 says it made his wiener come on and raise up. North Carolina. Aren't we fun? 2:55 away from this morning. Thank you guys very much for your generosity to a show that is stumbling out of the gate with a bit of a hangover this morning, but we're going to be okay. Let's continue on with the chat. People telling Citizen M to fuck off, so it does feel like it's a Monday. Okay. Honky said if Robinson would overdose on Fent, he would get a statue. What do the polls look like? Is Trump they still trying to say that Trump's losing by like 5 points or some shit? Let's take a look. California, Trump trailing Harris by 28 points. That sounds about right. General election polls. Harris at +4. Harris +2. And then we've got one here. Oh, this is North Carolina, Trump +4. And then, then Georgia, you've got even, Harris +2, even, Trump +2. Wisconsin, Trump +2, or Harris +6, because these polls they're right on the fucking money, man. It looks like the polling says that Kamala's running away with a lot of these states. Who knows? I mean, I don't buy it. But they can make it say whatever they want it to say. I don't count, or I don't believe the votes are going to get counted properly either. Like I have no faith in this election being handled in a way that's going to be what are the words they usually use? Free and fair. Free and fair. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says, you don't drink around your kids. That's like bringing them to drug dens in Spencer, Minnesota. I think he means Spicer. Bone Cold Fleas Austin says, wait, so North Carolina won't vote for the black man because he's running against a white dude? Color me shocked, Batman. He's not running against a white guy. He's running against a guy named Stein. How is that white? Buffalo Jockey with $1 says she's black, so it makes sense. She's running faster. Oh, my God. 250 away from this morning. Thank you guys so much. Gray Duckling with $5 says, just on the news this morning, a ballot box has already malfunctioned in Minnesota. What? No, I don't believe it. Get ready for more of that shit, man. Just get ready for more and more of that shit. 383 Novocaine with $5 says, Aaron, you said when the mice are away, didn't you mean rat new boots? Thank you. 245 is our number for today. Again, let's knock that out and make it a good little hangover Monday show. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says, Spicer, my bad, I'm not a junkie. It's true. Coltrane says, I'd love to see how they allegedly tied this account to him. Right? Like, how'd you find this? What are you doing that you found this guy's black Nazi porn handle? Like, that's kind of one of those things that dirties you up too, doesn't it? You're like, look, I know you want to sling mud on this guy, but like this you're gonna have to admit that you've been there and you've seen it. Like, what are you gonna do? No, Suicide Jockey, we're not going to cue the Paul Dano song. Jesus. It is weird that they are like, oh yeah, this is for sure his account. Rather than it just being someone pretending to be him, because that's like a fucking humiliating thing to do. I don't know. I don't think a guy just goes on. I mean, who's chatting on porn sites? Like, aren't you just there to, get your videos, do your thing, fuck off? That's what I thought. Could be wrong. Maybe my whole life I've been supposed to be going in there and whacking off and then going, hey, everybody, how's it going? What do you think? What'd you think of the game yesterday? It's pretty good. Website probably hasn't been active in over half a decade, said Bigot on Socialist Media, right? J-Bra says, where's the co-host? That stringy-haired Auschwitz escapee. He's not feeling well. He's been in bed apparently all weekend, which is where I'd like to be right now. Not in Johnny's bed. In bed. In general. All Trump has to do is win 2 swing states and it's over. All You Can Eat Negro says, like this show, The chat is the best part of porn. You see, like, you watch porn videos and you'll see that there's comments. Like, people stop and leave comments on the porn video. Like, why? What's the reason to leave comments on porn videos? Johnny is dragging ass this morning. Wait, what? All right, let's thank you, 383. Thank you, everybody. 245 again is the number this morning. 245 is today's goal for us to do overtime. I don't know if we're making it till 9, let alone 10. But I did say that we would keep going if we got, if we hit our $100 benchmarks, even though I'm feeling like rat shit today. So we got under 300 by 7. If we get under 200 by 8, we'll go until 9. And then we get 100, by 9. And then we'll go till 10 and then 10:30 for the overtime. All right, let's do this Tim Walz thing. This Tim Walz thing is really interesting to me because old Timmy was making a speech. And in his speech, I think he kind of forgot who he's running with. I think he forgot who's at the top of the ticket because Tim Walz was making a speech about how bad things are. And basically he told the audience that that this country can't handle 4 more years of this shit. Which is true. But the only problem is his people are in charge. Like, the woman he's running with is literally the vice president of the United States. Tridio with $5 says Aaron is out here acting like he's not leaving comments on NTR about his own life. No. I'm not doing that. Let's play the Tim Walz clip here. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your generosity.
We can't afford 4 more years of this. We can't afford.
I agree.
We can't afford 4 more years of this.
Bro, you can't afford 4 more years of this. I agree. For the first time, Tim Walz and I are in complete agreement about this. We can't survive another 4 years of this stuff. And I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, I was talking about Trump and, it was a Trump thing and people are twisting my words and whatever. It's like, yeah, but it's still funny. Like you said, you can't handle we can't handle 4 more years of Trump. It's like, well, Trump hasn't been in there. I don't know if you checked. Coltrane with $1 says, amazing how they dig this deep into this guy, but can't seem to dig up anything on a Democrat. Crazy. And that's not true. They find stuff on Democrats. As soon as a Democrat betrays the group, and they'll find stuff on him. 240 away from today. Thank you guys so much. So let's move on from the Tim Walz thing. This is a short little cute. Fuck, I'm tired. I'm doing the eyeball thing where my eyes are rolling around. And I'm having a hard time staying awake here, kids. Yeah, we gotta cool it, I think, on football Sundays. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says we can't afford 4 more years of Trump either. His lockdowns were disastrous. Sam Show says, you look like shit, in my opinion. Yeah, I know. I look like hammered shit. For sure. Oof. Chips and Diff says you couldn't even finish the sentence. I know. It's a struggle today, for sure. For sure. Whatever you guys contribute. If I can't finish it up this morning, I'm going to just throw it at the evening show and start the evening show lower. Because you guys have been very generous. I just, I'm not going to make it. We might do you know what? Maybe we'll do a show later today. Like I said, maybe I'll get a little sleep. Maybe I'll get a little food in me. And maybe we'll do a Steel Toe morning show at 10 instead of at 6. That might not be a bad idea. But yeah, I'm falling asleep. Like on the air. I'm passing out on you. All right, let's you know what? Let's do this shit. I'm going to take a little nap. We're going to come back. We're going to do a show today. We will. We're going to take a little nap because I'm just having troubles. My eyes are, floating away on me. So we'll keep it at 2:40. We'll do a show this morning. And we'll just move everything back a couple of hours. $1 from Buffalo Jockey says, get help for your alcoholism. Drunks struggle to do their jobs as well. Sam Show says, this is all Johnny's fault. We're going to go get some sleep. We're going to come back. We're going to do a show this morning. I just got to get my fucking shit together, guys. Thank you very, very much. We're postponing today's Steel Toe show until, I'm going to say 9 o'clock today.